Do you ever have those days or moments when a lot of things happen and the biggest conclusion you can come to is, wow, people are awful? I don't know about you, but I have those days quite a lot. However, today I'm going to tell you a story of something that happened to me that actually makes me sit back and think, wow, people are kind of okay sometimes. So last year when I was in school in New Orleans, I was coming back home for, I believe it was spring break. I had my flight to SFO was at 8 a.m. and I had booked a shuttle from school. It was supposed to leave at like some ungodly hour, like 5 a.m. because it takes like an hour to get to the airport and da 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 da. So anyway, I wake up at like 4 in the morning. I somehow managed to put on clothes and I get into the shuttle. I have my suitcase and my backpack and I sit down and we've been driving for about 10 minutes or so, and I kind of open my backpack to double check, like, okay, I have my boarding pass, do I have my iPod, do I have my headphones, and I look, and I didn't have my wallet. I forgot my wallet, of all things, with my ID, with money, I forgot it. I just forgot it. It was like 4:30 in the morning at this point. I was not functioning like a normal human being, and I had no idea what to do, so I called my parents, who were back in California, and at that time it was like 2:30 a.m. there, and my dad answered and I was like, I forgot my wallet, and my parents were just like, you what? I had no idea what to do. I was like thinking of worst case scenarios, like, okay, I'll get to the airport and I can't get a cab back to school because I don't have any money, and I can't get on the plane because I don't have my ID, and it was just all bad things. Nothing good could come of this. Now, there were only about like 6 people on this shuttle, and our driver, because I was in the South, was essentially John Goodman. When I speak of him, imagine John Goodman, because that's basically who he was. So anyway, I'm on the phone with my parents, and I hear the driver say, do I hear we have a situation back there? And I'm like, yeah, I forgot my wallet. And he was quiet for like 5 minutes, and then later he said, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna drop these people off at the airport, and we're gonna go back to campus, you're gonna get your wallet, and I'm gonna take you back to the airport. And at this point, I'm like, are you serious? Like, this guy, this shuttle driver, I guess I didn't have to take another group of people to the airport and was volunteering his own time and to like go to the airport, then go back to my campus, and then go back to the airport, which is like a 2-hour trip. And luckily I was going to be early for my flight anyway, so we were good on that part in case you were worried about whether I was gonna miss my flight or not. So I get back in the shuttle after I have my wallet, and we're driving back, and I'm like sitting in the front seat next to the guy, and he starts giving me this sermon about good karma and paying it forward. He was telling me a story about how a month ago he was driving, and I guess his car broke down in like the middle of the night in a really bad part of town, and he pulled over on the side of the road, and I guess this trucker had pulled over and offered to take him to the nearest gas station, just kind of get him out of this bad area and call a tow truck. And I felt like I was in a gospel church at that point, because he was just selling the story to me. And he said, like, the minute I got on that shuttle, he knew I was a good person, and he knew that I would, do good things after he did this for me. And I mean, I did. When he dropped me off, I hugged him. I was so happy. I was just on time for my flight. I gave him like a $50 tip, and I called the shuttle company, and I was like, this guy is the best person ever. Elect him for the president of your shuttle business. And it was an amazing thing, and it's one of those moments that I kind of reflect back on, and I'm like, man, that really, really happened to me. And someone was so nice as to help this panicking, flustered girl who was just trying to like get on a plane, and just decide to do an incredibly kind gesture for no expectation of payment. And awesome, amazing. And now I'm interested to hear if you guys have any sort of story that's kind of like this, that makes you believe in the faith of humanity again, because I think it's worth reflecting on sometimes that, people just, not all of them suck that much. Okay, total side tangent now. If you've been following me on any sort of social networking site, you may have heard me mention something called Wonderly. And now the time has come that I can finally tell you guys what Wonderly is all about. If you go to wonderly.com, you will see all there is to see and learn all there is to learn, and hopefully get excited and feel involved. Wonderly is a project that I feel like so honored to be a part of, because I'm just like looking at this website and looking at these girls who are involved with it, and I'm like screaming eternally because it's the coolest thing, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And another thing, as YouTube gets more and more impractical with subscriptions, Wonderly is also a place where you can, it's your one-stop shop to watch all of my videos, but also other YouTubers you may like's videos, find new content, look at pictures, read blogs, find new people. It's gonna be a really, really awesome place to find and communicate with people like you. Ha! That's our slogan. Now I get it. Now I see why that's the slogan. Please check it out. It's so cool, and I hope it's something you guys will be as excited about as I am, because I really like it. And now my battery's dying, my camera's telling me that I've talked too much, but anyway, I love you guys. The later days, there's some